and respond.
We are back today on the same channel about the 22 million naira elaborate wedding. The young man borrowed 22 million naira just to impress his wife. At the end of the day, the marriage did not, the whole marriage, the total months calculated for the marriage that lasted, it was just 12 months, 12 calendar months. Then he brought us to a ground that we're asking, what is actually the problem? What transpired? What's happened? But from the video, you'll find out that what really happened was because the guy got somehow down. So the lady now found out that he's no longer her spec. At the same time, he's now poor. And equally, from the whole incident, we will now making us to ask, what's really happening? Does it mean that no longer African culture whereby a family or would sit down together to discuss, plan and arrange on how to? Does it really mean that the young man that borrowed 22 million naira to impress or to do elaborate wedding did not have any kind of meeting or discussion in regards to the planning with his own family? He planned along with the wife family. That this is what he really or simply implies. Okay, equally, the family he planned with about the wedding, does it really mean that there is no elderly person to advise him or to maybe instruct him on what to do and how to go about the marriage, instead of going into such huge amount of loan, 22 million naira for a wedding, just for a day, to impress your wife? Well, let's not blame him much, because this love we are talking about, sometimes you have not been a victim, you may not know how it really appears or looks like. It is the only person that have been a victim of love that will tell you how it is. When one is madly in love, there is nothing who can tell the person on earth that the person will listen to you. So let's not make it to see or look like, if na me, I no go fit do am. If na me, I no go, it's because it is not you. Possibly if it is you, you may do worse than that. You may even go to an extent of killing. His own is that he borrowed money, though the money was huge. The money was, in fact, extraordinarily higher than expected. But then, let's not crucify him. What we now want, what we now need to is, what would he do? He's threatening to arrest the young lady. He's threatening to, in fact, on his own system is not coordinated again. But in the other part of it, how do we see women of these days? Women, what is happening? How far? Does it mean men are making mistakes to come close to you, to love you, or to do really what you want? Why are you using it against him? Even if he has done it, is a mistake. He did not use his senses to do it. It was out of coordination due to the love. He's madly in love with you. Then would you now come to the public and tell him he's a daft? He doesn't want it. In any way, he doesn't want it. Because all he was doing was to make sure your happiness is achieved, to make sure that all your interest was accommodated, to make sure that he makes you to look at least to the measurable standard you wanted it. Now, he's no longer a human being. He's a fool. He's this, is that. What would you do? How would you come in? How would you help him to revive? How will you just shatter him like that and leave him on the street? Heartbreak is rare. Depression is rare. Committing suicide is rare. All these things are obtainable. When one looks right, no encouragement, left, no help, front, no way, backwards, no nothing, nothing. Then how would you want him to survive? On the other part of it, I say ask. After the wedding, does it mean there was no money realized? Does it mean that money realized was not being accounted for? Does it mean that money realized was taken away or was given to the wife family? What really happened? In this system, has A lot of questions are coming up. In this system, in this particular situation, we are talking to the young man. Have you had a kind of a in-law to in-law conversation towards it? Have you had a kind of family to family discussion about it? Or are you just making it to look that because it is your wife, you want to take it personal? There are certain limits to what you can do. There is a what we call marital discussion, family affairs, and the jurisdiction to certain things as regards to family and marriage. Meaning, you need to go down home, pipe low, bring down the temperature in you, do some consultation from your close friends to your family members to her family members, for the family to come together and sit and have a meeting about the incident, because what really happened is not funny, and it is not easy for her to even come up to tell you that you are now broke and that you are not the first person, meaning she has been on the track. She has been doing it. She has been using men repeatedly, which means you are one of them that he fortunately fall into, and you did as well like others, which means we're asking, we are now mugu what? Possibly your own could not even be mentioned because maybe you are not even on the track or the track record to be counted. But then what you are trying to say is this: no matter what, no matter how deeply in love one could be, no matter how deeply in love you are, though they say love is blind, on certain ground there must be caution to be applied. Though most of the time e don used to be easy, e don used to be easy. Let's tell ourselves the truth. That because when it is not within your reach, you'll be feeling, you'll be claiming, if I were you, if I were this person, if it happens to be me, if it sometimes the person saying that we even go to the extent of doing worse than the other person did, which means what you are trying to do now, what you are equally saying is, in fact, you need to watch the video yourself to decide, but don't make it to be as if to say the young man has no. The only thing that happened there to me, as I can see, is that he was carried away by the excess love he has for the wife, or he had for the wife. But the wife, on the other side of it, had no such intention. Even if they have run into debt, the woman needed not to have terminated the marriage. Even if they are now into debt, the woman needed to be an encouragement. The woman needed to be an asset. After everything, after the whole day, when the man returns, the man will now see what made him to become liable to bank, what made him to have such magnitude of loan, that the person is still there. But when he loses all, it is indeed heartbreaking. It will make him to crash. It will make him not even to be in right senses. Because sometimes, not because you are saying it like this, if his emotion should be quantified, the emotional pressures he's going through now, it will be excessively very high. Blood pressure, his temperature will not be reading normal. It may be out of coordination, as you can see. Please watch, like, and share. Please equally subscribe. We thank you all.
Me, how can I borrow 22 million? A whole 22 million, just for a wedding because of you.
Hey.
After just 12 months, 1 year, you broke up with me.
Why are you complaining?
Well, how wicked can you be?
Borrow 22 million naira
How
to do
wicked
wedding.
can you be, one?
Are you the first person?
First person. Oh,
To
so
use
are
Do
you
not say
counting your
no, bro.
mugus?
No, don't say this
Are you
anywhere.
counting your mugus? You are counting mugu. So I am.
Even
the
if
what
she
to
told you borrow 22
I
million
am mugu.
naira.
I am mugu what to her now?
You borrow 22 million
I'm
naira.
not the first person, so she's counting
to
mugu.
do an elaborate wedding because she said she
Hey.
wanted it.
Listen.
Then let her go to where she doesn't want to do just small wedding.
Why? This woman must have used charm for me.
She didn't use any charm.
Because my brother, this has been burning in my chest for a very long time. And I said today, let me come and see you and give you the download. Because if I keep it in my church, I don't want vam, I would tear this girl like pieces. My name is Mr. Isugo. I see her and this young lady here. We've been married for 1 year.
You're married for 1 year.
This marriage, beginning and ending, is 1 year.
The marriage lasted
Everything
for 1 year.
1 year. That will tell you the kind of nonsense and you know what I'm talking about. We met shortly after her NYSC. I myself, I finished also. And everything was going smoothly. Pressure was coming back home to get married, you know. And looking at myself, I'm not getting any younger, and trying to align my life and everything. She has always been somebody who I picked or noticed. She's into unnecessary, unhealthy competition with herself. Because when I look at her, I can't see anybody around her who she's actually competing with. I says her friends, she has nothing to write them about. She sees somebody driving a car today, she wants the exact car tomorrow. You know, I thought, okay, these are things I can actually look past, you know, since I love her and I want to actually move forward with this woman. Coming to the wedding proper, she decided that if she's going to get married, she wants it elaborate.
She told you that.
She really have her needs or her wants or her wishes quite clear.
Okay.
Her parents seems to be the one pushing her
To do an elaborate wedding.
elaborate wedding. I don't know
Was
what
she
they
working?
want. Working where?
She just came out of NYC.
Working. Are you not hear what I'm talking about? I said this lady came out of NYC not too long ago. We both. And she wants the soft life.
Okay.
I'm not angry or against that forcing her because I'm an African man. We take care of our women.
Yeah.
But the problem is, let taking care not become burden.
That's true.
Yes. We are taking care, but let's not turn to a burden. Because turn to a burden, that love will diminish. But like I said, I love this woman and I want to move forward with her. Or I loved this woman and I want to move forward because I don't see that love anymore. Good and fine, I went to a bank. Stupid me, I went to a bank. I loved this woman and I wanted to move forward with her. But you see, her family members, especially her mother, telling the daughter to push me to go and borrow money. I kept quiet.
Just because of an elaborate wedding.
This woman wants to become a leader of NWO. Can you imagine?
So everybody will come to the wedding and...
I am the financier. Let's not even get to that point.
And
So-
you're doing all these things because now
love-
this person I love.
Yes,
Let me go extra mile for this
yes.
person. Okay.
Yes. I told her that I don't have this money. She ran costs. And my accountants. She ran costs. Gave me breakdown. And I said, okay, I don't have this money. Then I decided to go to the bank. Because which friend will you tell to give you 22 million and the friend will give you
You
for wedding?
went to the bank to get money
My brother,
just to do wedding.
And you don't understand how foolishly in love I was with this woman. Can you imagine? Which friend will actually give me that kind of money for wedding, knowing my capacity?
Okay.
The bank gave me time to pay back.
Okay.
And after the elapsing of this time, interest will begin to be put on the money. I felt it was fair enough.
Just to do an elaborate wedding. This thing is still shocking.
Can you
Because-
believe that every dime I make goes to servicing that debt?
Till now.
She made me believe during the wedding reception and whatever that her people they will bring in guests from Alabama.
And you believed everything.
Look at me
so,
now.
Did you do your wedding just to gather money from people?
That was never my idea. That was it. Priscilla used me to upgrade her status in society. I aided and abetted her.
You borrowed 22 million naira just to feed people you don't know.
It's capital foolishness and I accept it. Capital foolishness. I thought this person was a human being. I thought she was a human being.
So when did this marriage break? When did it start? How did it happen?
At some point, like I said earlier, every salary that enters my account, more than half of it chunks out to service the debts. By the time things became difficult.
Was she working today?
Work where? If it's not Snapchat today, it's TikTok. If it's not TikTok, it's this. If not this, is it. Work where? Even what is the remaining should still take it. I was funding nonsense. Funding this ungrateful entity here.
Please don't insult.
Insult who?
Don't insult.
Insult.
Okay.
Are you not worse than that?
Priscilla.
Oh, God, I'm even being fair with words with you.
I'm just holding myself.
You are very low. You are
Hold
very.
Hold on.
You are holding
First
yourself.
of all, before I'll
I've
say
not locked you up
anything,
yet, and you are talking
there's
nonsense.
no point locking out.
Rubbish.
Let me
She's
tell you.
counting. This is pure scam.
This is
Scam.
not
This is
scam.
pure
Let me
scam.
tell you
What
the
you are
truth.
saying.
See, let me tell you the truth.
Rubbish.
I'll blame her. But first of all, I want to hear her own part. Is it true? Did you tell your man to go to the bank to loan money?
I didn't tell him to go to bank.
Okay.
I didn't tell him anything.
You wanted an elaborate
yes,
wedding. Okay.
Yes. But I didn't send him to go and collect loan or anything. Did I force you?
Okay, this is how you are looking at this
Did
now.
I force you?
You are a wicked person. Ibajo Madu, you are a very
You are
wicked
mad.
person.
I wanted a big wedding. But did I force you?
If you forced him.
I didn't force him.
Now listen, you be in partner as at then, right?
And so
When him tell you, say, babe, I am did you tell her first of all?
I'm sure this woman knows my bank statement
Okay.
now. No.
When he told you, I am going to the bank to get a loan, just to make this or just to please you. Because him say, if na him, he go just do in power.
You see,
But
That's his
were
wish.
you aware?
Oh.
Yes.
You were aware he went to the bank to borrow money, 22 million naira to do a wedding.
Yes. Yes.
That was, see how
That's
you
his
can
wish.
man to man. You can
That's
see,
his
You
wish.
can
Yes.
you can see this woman's heart.
I didn't tell him to go to
This
bank.
woman,
I didn't
I don't
tell
have
him.
money.
So what broke your marriage? What broke the marriage?
See, as she noticed that the cookie crumbled.
Bro, you are broke.
Financially,
That's
you can hear this lunatic. You can hear this winch. As she noticed that financially I'm down. She began to
But
plot.
you said the both of you dated. So how did you date someone you really do not know?
Thank you. Ask him.
That's why I say she's a catalyst for disaster.
Shut up.
She's
You don't
she's
know
an
what
evil
you
person.
want.
You are
You don't know what you want.
so this is how you are.
As big as you are.
This is how you are. You are a wicked person. See, this woman made me believe she's actually somebody that I could live my life with. Do you understand what I'm saying?
So
When the money was flowing, she was flowing. As the money stopped flowing, she changed overnight. There's a limit to what I can take.
okay, I want to ask you a question. If she was still in your life as your wife, would you be saying this to me? Would you come out to say, this is what my wife made me go through? Would you do that? Okay,
Yes.
you for regret them. Let's forget if you're telling people or not. You for regret them.
As I was taking that
Answer
money,
the
Hold on,
question.
no,
Shut up your
hold on.
as I was taking that money, I was already regretting it. Because I know
But why
that
would
the
you-
burden would be on me. But just to please this person, I did it.
To please him.
I had a plan. I was expecting a contract.
Okay,
And this contract would service this debt.
okay.
Do you understand? But life is very funny. You plan today, it works. It looks like working tomorrow.
You
and
didn't
next
think
tomorrow
about
it-
all of
it
this
falls.
when you were doing this.
You are just a bad luck.
I
If-
was.
Stop. No, let me tell you something.
I am bad luck now.
No, let me tell you
I am
something.
bad luck now. I will arrest
Come
you.
You are
Arrest
arresting
him
her
now.
I
for
will
what?
see.
Ask
This
him.
You are
see,
arresting her for what?
The bank will
Come
not.
arrest him now, let me see.
Bank will
Want to
not
arrest
carry me
him.
because of this woman. I have paid 12 million naira, meaning 10.
Okay.
And this woman must pay something.
Me.
If she had decided to put me in this
Hey.
predicament,
The both of
I
you are
would.
no longer together.
Just
Quite
dey
alright.
play. He playing.
Now,
The mistake
you-
I made was
no,
that I wouldn't sign a
you
prenup.
did.
Don't know.
Do you have a video?
That is the mistake
Do you have
I
a
made.
video?
I went in
Do you have a
blindly
video?
into the sea.
Do you have a
tied
vid-
my hands and my legs.
Do you have a video of she telling you you can go to the bank and borrow money? Do you have a video of that?
See, I told this woman and
Bro,
she said,
I will tell you something. I blame
how
her.
many in our
See,
our
you see
African
such girl.
setting?
You see such
How
girl.
many people? How many marriages do you start with prenup
No,
in our African setting?
we don't. Yes.
What are you
What I'm saying,
telling
no,
me
what
now?
I'm telling you is this.
Oh my
you see
God.
such girl, you run, you flee.
You are
no,
you
no,
understand
no,
what
I'm telling you.
now.
I am blaming you. I will definitely
You're
blame
not
you.
bad.
But
One
what I'm telling you is
Why,
this.
man, one chance.
You don't borrow money for a wedding. There's no way I will support you for that.
Oh God.
You borrow 22 million naira just to do a wedding. God forbid.
Did I force you? That's
That's the question. That's what she will tell
Yeah,
you.
don't go get out.
No, you cannot.
I didn't force you.
See, she will have to. I don't care where she gets it from.
Hey,
I know. I don't care
I'm not
where
going
she
to
gets
give
it
you
from.
any dime.
You not
Nothing.
what?
Nothing.
You
won't see anything from me.
want to ruin my life and you want to run away.
You have life.
Oh, do I have
You
life?
have life.
I
As well, like-
See, no,
See, this person, this.
You are just a mad
Okay.
person.
Priscilla,
You are mad.
Priscilla,
Okay,
Priscilla, but
I am
truth,
mad
no,
now.
hold on. Truth be told, you are a very wicked person as well.
Okay.
You are a very wicked
you
person.
made somebody do something
Now-
that you know you will not stand the person when he flops.
1 year into the marriage,
Why?
you
Just
say, okay,
1
the
year.
marriage don't scatter. Why? And you're saying because there's no money anymore. You started giving attitude. You changed.
Okay.
For your make man, if your father or your mother now tell you today, I want to go borrow money to do meaningless thing, you go accept. Even if you say your man no apply sense according to you.
Can you imagine now? I did not apply sense.
Yes.
I did not apply sense now. That's
Yes.
what she said. I did not apply sense. So if I've actually told you no, you'd have said okay. I thought this idiot no.
You are the idiot.
You are a fool.
You are a fool.
You are very
Okay.
stupid.
It's okay.
You are very mad.
Yeah.
You don't
Okay.
have faith.
See, me. How can I borrow 22 million? A whole 2 million. Just for a wedding because of you.
Hey.
After just 12 months,
Are you
1
the
year,
best
you
person?
broke up with
Why are
me.
you complaining?
Well, how wicked can you
You
be?
borrow 22 million naira
How
to do
wicked can
wedding.
you be one?
Are you the first person?
First person. Oh,
To
so
use
are
every-
Do
you
not
counting
say
your
no, bro.
mugus?
No, don't say this
Are you
anywhere.
counting your mugus? You are counting mugu. So I am
Even
mugu
if
what
she
to
told you, you borrow 22
I
million
am mugu.
naira.
I am mugu what to her now?
You borrow 22 million
I'm
naira.
not the first person, so she's counting
to
mugus.
do an
in her life.
elaborate wedding because she said she
Hey!
wanted it.
Listen.
Then let her go to where she doesn't want to do just small wedding.
Why, this woman must have used charm for me.
She didn't use any charm.
Because I don't see why I'm
Use charm on you.
reading it
You,
like this
as
now.
you are
And
like
I
this,
didn't
and you use charm on you. How?
You
Are you a
are.
human being?
Can you see what?
Priscilla,
Can
you
you
don't
see
say
how
that,
she's
oh.
talking now?
Priscilla,
You see why I
Priscilla,
said
don't
there's
say
a
that.
limit to what I can take.
Because
That was why-
if truly
Oh my
there's any
God.
prenup, I swear you go date station. Or we go court for this
Station
matter.
fire.
But because there's no written agreement, no video, nothing.
I borrowed the whole 22 million for wedding.
Why are you
I have
paid
paid
now?
12.
How can you borrow money for wedding?
I have paid 12. But she still had the heart.
You are just pained because I left you. That's your problem. That's why your
Okay,
body
you
just
left him.
just.
You can hear
I
what
don't
she's
want
vomiting.
again. Is it by force?
You can hear what
I
she's
don't
vomiting.
want.
You can hear what she's vomiting.